Hey everyone, Anthony at Bangin Beers Podcast at McNiff's in Monty City. Brand new on location with our new mic, so hopefully it drowns out a lot of the background noise. It's looking really good. So we had it the other night during Tornado Attack Podcast. Jeremy, thank you so much. We had it canned in a growler can.
Okay.
So Ben got it in the craft house in Minersville.
Gotcha.
And then from there, it was transferred from the keg to the can, and then the can was brought to us, and then we tried it. It was really good. It was good. It was tasty, but it didn't have as much chocolate as I wanted it to. Having it here, now this is not like, oh my God, McNiff's has the best version of it, but I think coming straight from the draft, it has a lot more chocolate than it did last night.
Okay.
I really enjoy it.
This is my first taste of it. So my first taste was, like everybody I've been reading on Facebook, was there's not a lot of chocolate. You get an initial chocolate flavor, and then it kind of goes away.
And you get a porter taste.
And then you get just a straight porter taste.
Yeah.
What I have found is...
Don't drink it super cold.
It's not a guzzling beer,
no.
Number one. If it's really cold, it's going to take away from the flavor.
Yep.
But if you let it sit in your mouth for a few extra seconds, that chocolate
kicks in.
It sustains.
Yeah.
It sustains throughout the drink. So my recommendation would be, don't drink it ice cold, don't guzzle it.
Yep.
It's almost like, I hate to compare it to tasting wine.
Take a big mouthful and slowly let it go down.
Just kind of let it sit in your mouth for a few extra seconds.
Yeah, I agree.
And that chocolate flavor stays there.
Yeah.
And it hits the flavor receptors of your mouth much better.
Okay. So one other thing that I've done here, since I've tried it now 2 times, I've had 2 glasses. Mm-hmm. We got here early, so I had one last night and then one now. I didn't invent it, but obviously I kind of stole the idea from, we went to the brewery and found out about the True Black and Tan.
The True
Black and Tan is porter and Chesterfield ale. So I dubbed this the Lord's Kiss. So this is the chocolate porter with Chesterfield ale. Now when I first mixed it and I drank it, it tasted very, very Chesterfield ale. This is my favorite Yuengling product, by the way. So Yuengling, if you're watching, I love you, by the way, and I really want to do an episode, so hit me up. But also, make more merch for this stuff, because I want glassware. I only got 1 T-shirt. I need more stuff in my house with the Lord on it. But yeah, so I let it sit for a moment because it was still cold, and I added another cold beer on top of my cold beer, and I want it to subside. And letting it kind of just sit and like naturally mix itself, and then retasting it,
Yep.
I still get the chocolate porter taste, but I get that after hoppy. I call it skunky, but that's what I like about the Chesterfield.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I get that Chesterfield, the black and tan that I enjoy, as well as enjoying it with the chocolate flavor. So the Lord's Kiss, I would give it a higher ranking if I couldn't untap, but you can't make your own drinks.
Yeah,
on
you can't
Untap.
make your own
Yeah,
drink.
but the Lord's Kiss is phenomenal. And you heard it here first from Tony Blackwell with Big Beer Podcast.
Well, first off, I rated the Hershey's chocolate porter 4.5 on Untapped.
I give it a 4.
But I've tasted your Lord's Kiss.
Not liking it?
No, I'm not a big fan of the Chesterfield ale to begin with.
That'll do it for you.
But,
I love it.
It to me, it took the chocolate taste right out of it.
Okay. I still get the chocolate taste.
Yeah.
Now, here's one thing I really, 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 really enjoy about this porter that I was terrified for. Not super terrified, because I do know it was a porter and not a stout.
Right.
But every time you say, hey, Tony, here's a dark beer, here's a stout, and it's chocolate flavored, to me, it tastes like coffee.
Yep.
Every single time. No
Yep.
matter what you tell me. I've had chocolate stouts, and they're like, it's chocolate Neapolitan with a hint of peach and strawberries, and then it's going to kiss you in the mouth. And every single time
and you just get straight coffee.
It tastes like I'm drinking Mom's old cup of coffee that she lets sit in the bathroom for 3-4 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like to me. Like that smell, it just grosses me out.
This does not do that.
It does not. Now I think that's because it's a porter and not a stout.
Right.
Because they are made differently, and you don't have to heavily roast it as much.
Correct.
So it doesn't have that burnt coffee flavor. You actually get that rich chocolate taste with the Hershey.
Yeah, if you're not a coffee fan, you don't have to worry about this chocolate.
Not at
porter.
all. You're
not going to get any of that hint of chocolate or hint of coffee at all.
Yeah. Now, from obviously, if you're a fan of the show and you've watched this before, you know 100% that all I get is coffee taste of these darker beers.
Yeah.
I'll probably have another glass. Now, some of the I went around the bar a little bit and talked to people, and they really enjoy it. But a lot of them saying this couldn't be an all-day beer for them. I disagree. I can have 3 or 4 of these.
There's a lot of beers like I can have one of, especially the IPAs because I'm not an IPA fan.
Yeah.
Or the real sweet, like Sweet Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
One of those and I'm done. I can have 2, 3 of these, and then it's like, all right, it's going to be a bit too much at this point.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not an all-day beer.
It's probably a
But
really
it's
good
not a
meal
one and
beer
done.
too. Like it's a good meal beer. I think if you got like a burger or a steak with this, I think it'd be a nice porter with a meat. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I could see that happening, or at the very least, a good dessert beer.
Yeah.
Excellent dessert
I
beer.
enjoy it. So far, the general consensus of the room has been everyone really, really likes it.
Yeah, it is good. Their porter and their black and tan. I mean, their black and tan is my favorite beer. Porter is probably a second.
Yeah.
The close third is their Oktoberfest, but it's seasonal.
I love the Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I think that's. I'll be honest with you. I think not to get off of the chocolate porter, but I think their Oktoberfest is much better than Sam Adams.
I agree. So we're actually doing an episode. I don't know if we're going to do it this Sunday or we're going to do it the next Sunday, but we're doing an episode, and I think we got 7 Oktoberfests.
Nice.
And I think 5 of them are all Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Or no, 4 of them are Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
we got Rusty Rail, we got Yuengling, we got Victory, then we got Ohio Great Lakes, and then we got Sam Adams to round off the 5th beer. So I think we have 5. There might be a 6th, and I'm not naming, but for the most part, I know there are guaranteed 5 right there.
Right.
So we're gonna have an Oktoberfest off, and we're gonna find out who.
I haven't tried 4 of those.
Yeah. I mean, we might be able to, because like I said, we're doubling up the episodes this next couple of weeks to get, because we have a lot of beer at the house. We got a lot of beer. There's a lot going on at the house. Yeah, I don't. we
Where'd they come from?
We took a trip to South Bend, Indiana, and a lot of beer's going on. I like this guy here.
Every time we stop, they just seem to jump into the trunk of the car for some reason.
I don't know who this guy is. Would you like to give your review on camera?
You want to give your review on camera?
Come on up.
Here, I'll give you.
No, I got one here.
All right.
So you just want to tuck in
a treat there.
Oh my goodness! I love this guy.
That's
Nice.
like exclusive for yesterday.
There you go.
The review here.
Yeah.
The review.
Let me see here. Let's see what Untapped says about this here.
You got to bring it up to you though when you're talking.
Okay, I'm bringing it up. It's very exciting. All right. Yeah, I got the Hershey Kiss in my mouth, so it's kind of like...
See, I made a mistake and it gave me more chocolate when I did it that way.
See,
it cheated a little bit.
I think the Hershey Kiss, like, it kind of, like, tainted my palate.
It did. It added more chocolate to your mouth.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Is it a Young's chocolate stout? It's not a stout. It's a porter.
It's a porter.
Let's
It's a porter.
see. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, you know.
Are you a craft beer guy?
Come on, man.
You just brought me, yeah.
That's like exclusive beer from yesterday. You can't
Brings you
get
a
that,
can
know what I
of
mean?
exclusive
Like,
beer, and then you have to ask him if he's a craft
Now,
beer guy.
I like it because I think it's Yuengling's real legit first attempt at trying to dive into the
You know what I
craft beer
liked
world.
from Yuengling? The IPL.
Yeah.
Like, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's
The closest I
no
get
more.
is
Yeah.
I'm a Chesterfield guy.
All right. Well, you know, like,
I'm actually doing what right now we're calling the Lord's Kiss. So I did a black and tan, except I did the Hershey chocolate with the Chesterfield.
what about the regular lager in this?
I didn't try that.
I think we should try that.
I think we should definitely try that.
No, I mean,
Mixologists here.
like, look, you know, guy asks me if I'm a craft beer guy and I got a treehouse hat.
I know, I like
mean,
it.
Come
I like
on, you know, like, please. All right.
Where did you get this at?
At Neshaminy Creek.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you local?
Yes.
You from Monty City here?
Unfortunately.
All right.
We probably shouldn't put that on camera. Cut that out, you know.
Are you born and raised Monty City or just?
No, I'm from Danville.
Okay.
Actually, your buddy, I have him on Untapped. He's not here tonight.
Ben?
Sure. I don't remember his name.
Okay,
but,
it's probably he's going to be here a little bit sooner.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
he'll
cool.
be here soon.
I actually brought that for him, but you can share. You
We'll
know
share.
what I mean? Yeah.
We won't even tell Ben this happened.
All right. It's just like hide that behind. No, look, it's
could be a
good. You know,
surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, chocolate peanut butter beer, Springhouse, Big Gruesome, Little Gruesome, chocolate peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Young's chocolate stout. I mean, but this is a porter, so we're talking like maybe like Sweet Baby Jesus, like along that lines. That's like a porter. It's good. I mean, I like it. you
Yeah,
know?
I think it's a fair. I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4 on Untappd.
I get 4.5.
Yeah,
You know, look. Fortunately, sorry about that.
that's all right. That happens.
I have a kegerator, and I think I see a slim quarter in my future.
Yeah.
Because that's what Yuengling does. They do the slim quarters, you know.
Okay.
Usually have like 2 sixtels. They don't do sixtels. They do like slim quarters, which is good for me because it's like 1 sixtel, 1 slim quarter. I get it, man. For the holidays and stuff, you know, like Christmas time.
I hope they bottle it.
I'm hoping they add it to their repertoire of beers. I really do.
From what I heard, this year, this is like a test, draft only.
Yep.
Next year, if it does well this year,
Which is doing very well.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean,
it's clearing out
you
everywhere
saw
it goes.
on Untappd,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good. I feel like I should have the stand here. Like this guy's like,
Well, if I put this,
he's holding it.
if I put the stand, it's going to make you lean
he's
in.
the owner, so
Yeah.
he's the owner of the podcast, so he gets to sit.
all right, well, look,
Us
I'll
peons have
give
to
him
stand.
a break, you know. Like, yeah,
You know what I hope they would do at least seasonal is their bourbon barrel aged.
See, that's the thing.
I hope that was not a one and done. And
For-
Dick Yuengling and the women running it now. If you're listening to this, please don't do that. Just one and done.
So
do it again.
When they were putting this out for the first day at the brewery,
Yeah.
and they ran out, they told everyone, "Hey, since you waited in line, we may have more bourbon barrel that we can serve you guys." And they had some issues with the tap, and they couldn't serve it because they couldn't get it tapped properly.
Right.
So they have bourbon barrel left over.
I'm sure they do.
And then I heard rumors.
I'm sure they do.
Because obviously, I know a guy who knows a guy who said
Yeah.
this, how this. Supposedly, there's a bourbon barrel aged Chesterfield out there as well, that they experimented with that as
Interesting.
well. So
Interesting.
they're definitely tipping their hat in the ring with some different things.
Nice.
I think it'd be smart for them to do it. Now, what excites me with this is now you have Yuengling, who obviously collabed with Hershey, and people are raving about this.
Yep.
I do know of another brewery who's going to be opening doors soon, a craft brewery in Pottsville very, very soon, the Pillaroo guys. If people are that excited for a craft beer for Yuengling, and now somebody else is going to be stepping in the door and doing their own craft thing on Main Street of Pottsville, I hope people get just as excited. I think this is a very good introduction to people who are like, you know what, I like Yuengling. Regardless of what people may think, they are the godfather of craft beer. Like that, they're the longest running guys. They kind of set the benchmark, and everyone else. Every other craft brewery wishes they could be around that long and get to that kind of distribution. They're not worldwide yet, but they're getting there. They're slowly getting there.
They have a nice distribution, and it's getting bigger.
Yeah.
I feel Yuengling's a great starting point for people like, hey, I like their lager. I like when they made the IPA, the IPL, when they
Which
make
they
this.
don't make anymore.
Yeah, when they do a Chesterfield, when they do a Hershey's chocolate. Like if people are like, oh, like there's some people still in Schuylkill County who like chocolate beer's a thing.
Yeah.
Now this could open the door to more people to say, oh, I didn't know this was a whole other world of beer.
There could be a Reese's peanut butter cup beer in the future.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what?
100%.
You know what I think? Why Yuengling hit it out of the park with this one is if you go to a bar in Schuylkill County and you hand somebody a Sweet Baby Jesus, and there's nothing, I'm not saying anything against Sweet Baby Jesus.
Right.
You hand somebody a Sweet Baby Jesus and say, try this, they're going to look at you and say, get the hell out of here.
It's not Miller Lite. Get
You
away from
hand
it.
someone a Yuengling, and I think they'll be more adapt.
I get you,
adapt
yeah,
to try
there's
it.
the
They may not
friendliness
like
of
it,
Yuengling,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
has the name recognition in the
I hear
area.
you.
Yeah, it opens the door to some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is a great thing.
Which may expand. I mean, you figure if you get 3% of your drinking population that drinks Yuengling to like your chocolate porter, that's a hell of a market.
I think that's good for other craft breweries in Pennsylvania. Like there is still a stigma where people don't drink craft beer. They think
Right.
it's weird. They don't like it. Oh,
It's expensive hobby.
It is.
Craft beer is,
Yeah,
you know.
it is an
100%.
expensive
Yeah.
But I think this is good for the craft beer scene that people are trying this beer. I do. I think it's a good thing.
All right. I'm gonna let your partner in crime come in,
All right. Yeah.
Whoa.
and I'm gonna go
Hey, what's up, man?
eat my dinner.
Yeah.
We Rotunda. I met you down there.
Sneak around. Sneak around. Go ahead.
I brought you
Huh?
beer here.
Oh Jesus! Hey, I'm
looks
here. I'm here.
You gotta share with this guy now because
Yeah.
I
Oh,
initially gave it to
definitely,
you
yeah.
guys,
No,
I'm a
that's-
logger in Shamedy Creek, you know.
We'll probably do it on the show.
Perfect.
Beer
yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
Beer pressure. I like that.
Well, now
I like
that we're all meeting, I would definitely love you to have you on the show a couple times to come on and,
Yeah,
and
I
have
mean,
some
like,
beers with us.
I'm all about craft beer. Like at the house right now, I
Mm-hmm.
got let's see, Connecticut Valley Brewing. I got their wet hops. They do it like brew the beer that day with the hops.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Connecticut Valley does some good hoppy beers. We had the Devil Hop, and it was like a 9.5,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it drank like
oh
it was
yeah,
a light beer.
That was ridiculous.
yeah, and
I
like
remember that.
Rotunda. I have Rotunda's beer on tap.
You know
right
where you
now,
can
yeah.
every now and then you can grab some Connecticut Valley right across the street up here at the cake stand. Right now they have Hop Whammy. They have Hop Whammy.
That's what I have on tap. That's because of me. He has Hop
Oh,
Whammy.
really?
Yeah.
That's one of our go-to places. We
Yeah,
go
he's
get our
your
beer.
buddy, right?
My buddy.
Well, he's
Oh,
it's
you're
right.
Tony's
Okay,
buddy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But
So
still, though, they
I'll give you
bring
the
a lot of
last.
stuff.
I'll give you the last. This is the Lord's Kiss.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Did you? Is that? Are you coining that phrase?
I am. I'm
or,
trying to. I'm going to keep saying it and hope it
the
sticks.
Lord's kiss. There we go.
Lord, it's a black and tan with the Lords and the Hershey.
I don't know. It kills the little bit of the chocolate vibe.
It does. It does kill
Big
a little
time.
bit.
I'm thinking the
That little
lager. in
subtle.
this
Yeah, we should
to
try
try.
lager.
You know what I mean?
That would work as well.
Yeah.
Or we could like make a mud puddle and do Guinness in this.
Yeah. I came a little bit late because I
Hudson
literally
Valley.
made the Hudson Valley run, and I actually brought
Oh,
pastry style double sour.
Sneaking beers into an
I know.
establishment.
Of
I was
course.
like,
I am notorious
like,
for that.
Let's just put those in the backpack for now. Can you put those over there somewhere so they're out of sight?
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, no one knows what happened. It's only on camera.
Wait, what?
We're not drinking them.
yeah,
we're
it's
just
just
distributing.
someone like left it on the street and I like picked it up and I didn't want to just leave it there. It
I
didn't seem
enjoyed
right.
them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. You just walk in the door, so you got to
Yes.
get a beer in your hand. You're
Okay.
almost out. I'm out. Let's take a quick break.
Sure.
And then we'll get back at this. Right?
This
Okay,
is very
cool.
exciting.
Thank you. What's your name, by the way?
It's Jason.
Jason Tony.
Nice to meet you,
And then
Tony.
obviously
It's nice
you met
seeing you
Ben.
again, Jason.
I have you on tap, but look,
Yeah, sure.
I have a lot of people on.
When we
tap,
unwrap,
you know?
when we wrap here, we got a social media hook up here, and then
yeah, right on.
Oh,
right
definitely.
Look,
Definitely.
we're actually adding more episodes. We're trying to do like Friday, Saturday nights now. And
Right.
we always record Sundays.
Yeah.
But we're trying to add more episodes because we have a lot of beer sitting in the fridge, and we bring a lot of people who are not craft beer drinkers on the show. Like
Yeah,
we do
yeah, yeah.
interviews with local bands and
I
stuff.
hear ya.
So it's nice to have a heavy hitter where you can do more than 3 beers and they're not hammered when
Yeah,
they're walking
I
out
mean,
the door.
like,
Yeah.
look,
really.
I could talk about this. We could get into the Three Floyds came here, and the Top
Yeah,
Boy
yeah.
Goliath came here.
we
and,
have three Floyds at the house right now. We have Gumball Head,
Yeah.
we have Laser Snake, and Zombie Dust.
the Zombie Dust has escaped me.
Yeah. Well, we have-
There's a good story behind Zombie Dust, actually. Why it's hard to get.
We were in Indiana, and you couldn't find enough
Well,
of it.
like Changies is who brought Three Floyds to the area.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with
I'm
Changies.
not. See, we're not really like he's more into the scene than I am.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
I like to drink it and go from there. But
Yeah.
I'm learning as we like. That's our dynamic of the show, where I'm more or less like learning the background stuff and
Yeah.
how it's made and that stuff, and he's more of the gopher guy.
Changies has been around forever. Allentown area, like
Okay.
Bethlehem, like down that
Huge
way.
beer distributor, Tony.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
But they brought in like Three Floyds to the area. You know what I mean? Everyone thought like because the distributors, it's like you had to buy X amount of cases of all this stuff to get Zombie Dust because Zombie Dust is like the heavy hitter. You know,
Yep.
it's the IPA everyone wants.
It's,
you know,
it's the top rated beer in Indiana.
everyone thought Changies was the people who were the problem behind it, but I guess Three Floyds is it's like you got to buy so many pallets of this beer to get maybe a couple cases or half a pallet of Zombie Dust.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I hear, so that's why Zombie
we
Dust is
we
hard to
had
get,
2 6-packs of it.
Yeah,
So we
that's
so So on the way
Pliny
home,
the Elder is that's my holy grail, you know, the one that I haven't got.
And then we actually picked up a bottle of the Trooper. We have a bottle of that we're waiting to crack open as well. We have a lot of cool stuff there on the table. So
very good.
Definitely join us.
We got a backlog.
I like where this is going.
Good. you might become a staple of the show.
I might, you know, it could be like give me a puppet or something I could work, or a people horn or something. You know.
No, man,
I'll figure it out. You know,
we'll definitely get you on more.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, well we're gonna cut in and out here and sliding out. I think there's a lot of people that are walking the door that are here to try the beer and talk. So we'll definitely go there. And the wife is hangry. She wants to eat really bad. She's not even paying attention right now to stop the camera.
She's just talking.
All right, you ready? All right, see you guys later. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, we're back again, Bangin Beers podcast at McNiff's. Doing another little sit down here. So now you got a glass in you. You got. What do you think differently from this one and the Crowler that we had?
Honestly, it does taste a little bit. It doesn't have like that chocolatey.
So I think this has more chocolate than the Crowler can.
I don't know. Like, it's a little bit of a debate with me. I don't know. Like, the way that I would see it, like, I think when we had it on Tornado Tag, it had more of that. It's more robust. It was more like chocolate milk. This one kind of has like a little bit of that like Yuengling signature flavor, but a little bit of the chocolate toned down.
Interesting.
To me, at least.
See, it was a flip. It was a flip for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
This one had a lot more chocolate. So we're at McNiff's here. I didn't ever see what was. Maybe we can get her not on camera, but she could whisper to us here. Journey. Hold on. But yeah, while we're waiting for her real quick. But yeah, they have other stuff here. They have a lot of good beers.
They do.
Hold on, we'll get her. I'll get to this real quick. Journey. You don't have to be on camera. Come over here. What's the other beer you have on tap? Like the Oktoberfest Sam Adams? Okay. So they do have other stuff on tap here. Right now, craft-wise, it's not what you think because the Oktoberfest for Sam Adams is on. But also they have the... sorry, there's going to be some noisy here real quick. They also have the Hershey on right now. But normally they have usually like a different brewery on tap in the here. My favorite thing about this place, they have Chesterfield, and the food is phenomenal.
I just ordered some wings, so I got a dozen wings, creamy mild. So
yeah, that's what Hattie just had. I stole some of hers. I love the burgers here. Mm-hmm. The food is phenomenal. This is a cool place in Monty City. This is one of my my favorite places. This is kind of cool to me because we're on the stage. This is the stage where the where the music would play, and we're on stage. Like the podcast is on stage. Like it's just kind of
cool.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like I feel very honored. I'm very, very thankful that McNiff's allowed us to come and do this and try this beer and definitely some of the people that I know are here and they're definitely enjoying it and they're having a good time. I walked around her room a little bit and I got a kind of an idea what people thought of it. People seem to enjoy it. I think it's going over really well. And a lot of people who are really not into the craft beer scene are definitely partaking in this beer and having a good time with it.
Absolutely. And you know, like with me and you, like, you know how we first started out, like personally, I always wanted people to just enjoy craft beer.
Yeah.
Even if you try it once and you're like, I hate it, whatever, or you love it, as long as you tried it out, I'm happy just to give you an experience that you may or may not ever have again.
Yeah. I think this is a really good gateway for people. I really
oh my
do.
God, good gateway beer, absolutely.
We were just talking to one of the guys who work up at Humboldt Tap. So
yeah,
maybe we have a future episode there. If he's gonna talk to his boss a little bit and see if he can get us in. But that would be awesome.
That would be fun.
I love that place. I
have never been there.
Really?
Yep, so that's going to be fun for me.
Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's such a good place.
And I'd just like to mention, like, also how McNiff's is set up. I mean, it's well lit, it's clean, it's spacious.
Oh, it's beautiful. It used to be a suit store.
Oh, wow, no wonder.
Yeah, it used to sell suits, I believe.
But seriously, though, this is a nice place.
Maybe we can do this real quick. Uncle Butch. Butch. Not yet?
Okay.
I wanted to know the history of this building.
He wanted to know the history of the building.
Men's clothing.
It's a men's clothing store. He just said it.
Yeah. I don't know why he's super shy. He's super shy today on camera. What's that?
He wanted to know what else you like to know.
No, that was it. Because I know you used to shop here. Yeah. Yeah. He's on a short lease tonight.
But yeah, I mean, really well lit, clean place. If you're looking for somewhere to go and you just want something, that's a little bit warming and inviting, campy, this is definitely a place I would like to come to.
They do
in
live
Miami
music
City.
here at times too. This is a live music place. You can get music. It's one of the craft beer places that you can definitely try some craft beers here. They did a great job getting the Yuengling Hershey. I don't know if there's anywhere else in town that is doing it as well. I could be wrong. I don't know. There's 3 or 4 other bars in town. I don't know if they got the Hershey beer or not.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious of that then too, because it would just be nice just for the whole local thing and the local craft, people getting into local craft, and lo and behold, if say for example if you're a person that may be like, I don't want to go to McNiff's, maybe I want to go to McGuire's. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
All right, maybe we have a representative of the bar coming up here in a minute.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Man, I personally, I love it. It's a great place. Like I said, the food's amazing. The beers are good. I'm happy that the Yuengling is here. I'm happy that they let us come in and do it.
I agree.
And then we had maybe a new connection with some beers. A gentleman you met.
At Rotunda.
I forget the name already. I'm terrible at names, though. I think it's Jason?
Jason, I feel.
Yeah, it's a J. It's a J.
Yeah,
name.
that's my fault for not.
I didn't ask him.
I'm just good with faces. I have to get really acclimated with.
But Steve's on Not Cool in High School, and it took me 2 episodes to remember who his name was.
Well, it took me how many episodes? But I mean, still though,
and now he's part of the family.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like him. He's all right.
This is fun though, man. I'll tell you what. I obviously have to go back and listen to this, but already audio quality. I mean, we did Trogs with the other microphones, and we're here with this one. It's a game changer.
Ridiculous. It's night and day, isn't it?
It's a game changer, man. And honestly, this happened. These microphones happened because of you guys, man. The support you guys have been giving
Absolutely.
us, buying merchandise, helping us grow. Rocking the T-shirts.
And buying those pillows.
There has not been one Bangin' Beers pillow sold.
I gotta be the first. I gotta break it in.
You gotta get a pillow for your new couch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna have someone join us here.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Come on this side of him here. There you go. So we're joined by Norm. Norm here. We were just talking about, we're very thankful you guys had us and doing our first on. Oh, actually, that's really really good. Hold on, make sure you're not on here. I thought I turned it on. It is on. Jared, this one. There you go. Yeah, that one's on.
How's that?
Good, very good.
How do you like the beer?
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it. We had it last night in a growler can. Mm-hmm. We have the polar opposites. He had more of experience with the growler can than the draft.
Yeah.
I'm actually liking it better on draft.
Really?
Yeah. And then we did a little experimentation. I actually did half porter, half Chesterfield, because it's one of the only bars in the area I know I can buy Chesterfield in bottles.
Right.
So I always tell him, please keep the Chesterfield here. I love it.
So here, are either of you porter drinkers? You've ever had the Yuengling Porter?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever got drunk on Yuengling Porter?
Yes.
No.
You never did. I don't recommend it. It was a good friend of mine had a bachelor party at State College, and one of the kids brought guys brought porter, and that's all we were drinking for the whole night. And so, it'll get you drunk, whatever. But it's the bottom of the barrel, so it's got a lot of impurities in it.
Yeah.
So needless to say, what comes along with that is a massive, massive headache.
Yeah.
I mean, my head felt like it was going to explode. You ever drink cheap vodka until you were drunk?
Not to that point, but I have drank.
No, I have not had not well vodka and drank a whole bunch. It's horrible.
It's like all those impurities go right to your brain, and it's like the worst crazy headache in the world.
So the best way to describe McNiff's, if someone's never been here, they're watching this video, what can they walk in expect?
Yeah,
from this place?
that's a good question. Well, when they walk in, I mean, we used to be a clothing store. A lot of people think we were a theater, but we weren't. We were a clothing store, and so the 30-foot ceilings are here, and it's all the original pressed tin. With the pressed tin with the what's it called, the facade, what I mean?
I got
you. Can see the pressed tin, and up in the back is the balcony, which used to be, believe it or not, the tailor would hang out up there, and when you went and bought a suit years and years ago, I'm talking hundreds of years ago, it was an event. You took your family and you bought your one suit.
Yep.
And so they would travel, and so you would come and you would start over behind me to my left. And you would start there, and you would get your pants, and you would get your shirt, and everything like that. Well, then you would get it. You would go up to the tailor, and they would tailor it, all, like, measure it all for tailoring, and you would take the suit off, and then you would go up on the second floor, which was the children's department. Of course, you got all the clothes for the kids. Anyway, then you go up to the third floor, which was a haberdashery. And so we've tried to keep that that nostalgic, feel with the bar, and putting the wood in instead of making it a modern kind of. I hate to use the word facade again, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And so yeah, when you come in, it's just a really, really nice Irish pub that, if you look around, you see something every time you look. You know what I mean? It's like if you're a musician, you go to a music store that's packed with stuff.
Yep.
And you just, I didn't see that there before. I didn't see that there before.
I was saying this is a very good all around bar. You can come here and watch like the baseball game. You can come here and watch a football game.
Sure.
It's one of the only places in town you can come see a live music.
Yeah.
Live music in Monty City. And you guys are very supportive of the music scene, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then not only that, you're one of the biggest bars in Monty City that you can come in and get a craft beer on tap.
Right.
Or you can get it in a bottle or two.
I'll tell you one thing that I think that would really describe this is, honestly, Trish, my wife, the owner, she doesn't compromise on quality. Whatever it is, it's always got to be the best quality, from the food to the ingredients in the food, to the service, to the beers, like you said. There's a million craft beers out there. You could, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she really, really works hard to get the best.
Yes.
And
She's an angel.
To the point where she, taste testing stuff, and that's not going to work here, and she knows the clientele too on what's going to work.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I don't think you can get like a frou-frou rose beer. You know what I mean? That might go over in a Parisian restaurant or something, but she knows it's got to have some legs.
I'll tell you what, another thing that definitely sticks with me with the bar, and maybe it's not something that people they don't really know they're experiencing because they don't know if they're just an outsider.
Right.
But I've known your family for a long time, and your family's very welcoming.
Right.
They're very warm. They're very like, hey, if it's ours, it's yours type feeling.
Sure.
And that translates to your bar. It's like you feel like you're part of the family when you're here.
And a lot of people they come back because they come to expect that kind of family atmosphere. How did you like? I didn't mean to change the subject, but I just looking at you. How did you like what Trish did when she put that thing on Facebook?
The little cartoon
that thing out there.
Yeah.
She put that little cartoon on. I thought that was
that cartoon has become it's been getting a leg of its own. So I said to a local artist in the area I interviewed. I said, hey man, can you? Her name's Haley Stokes. I'm like, can you do some like just a little, commission a drawing for me? Yeah. And she's like, yeah. And she came up with that little cartoon.
Right.
And I was like, oh, cool. So I open up our merch page where you can buy like merchandise, and everyone's like, well, how come the cartoon's not on there? I was like, I didn't want to sell a cartoon face. And I put it on there, and it's the most sold. Yeah. Like my mom is wearing my cartoon face. Like it's weird. I walk around and people, I'm like, oh my God, there's my face.
Well, I'll tell you what, between the three things that just kicked your podcast career into overdrive: McNiff's, Hershey's, and Yuengling chocolate beer, and that cartoon.
And that cartoon face, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, and this is a great test for us too, because we just got these brand new microphones. We used to have cardio mics, not dynamic.
Oh, right.
And we would go into a big room like this.
Diode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we would go into because I didn't know anything better.
Yeah, right.
Like, so I'd walk into a room and I'd turn the mic on, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't hear anything in my ears.
Right.
And it would just suck up all the room.
Right,
So this is
right.
like the
And
background
a room
noise.
like this with this 30-foot ceilings, it's probably
so this is a complete like this. Now we know we can do stuff like this now.
Sure,
and it's
sure.
opening a lot of doors.
And it's really funny because like a lot of people would think this would be an actual theater or like way back in the day, like until like you say it's a men's clothing store. Like
it's kind of
like,
just a little bit of quick history. Right behind the camera, right over there where that cooler is, there was a room. It was the coolest thing because fortunately, when my mother and my grandmother bought this place, they bought it as a craft studio, but all of the original clothing stuff was still here. Everything was still here. They were just selling crafts out of it. It wasn't until they owned it for like 5 years, and I'll tell you that, I'll weave that into the story. But anyway, over there was a room. And so you got in this room, and there was a big brass step, okay? So you got in, there was three mirrors, and you stepped on this big brass step. It took a lot of might to push it, and I'm talking about I was maybe 13, 14 years old. Took a lot of might to push it. And what would happen is another 3-mirror thing would go ka-chink and go behind you. You'd have 360-degree view, and you were inside a mirrored thing where you could see the back, the bottoms, and
That's wild.
The other cool
that'd
thing
be a cool
is
recording studio.
yeah, like, it wouldn't be a whisper room because
Yeah.
it's all mirrors.
Yeah,
you know, over where the ice machine is, there was a room. It was a kind of a really neat looking octagonal wooden room that you had to step up in, and tethered to that. Over in this area where the tables are, there was glass countertops, and there was a wire that ran through there with a wooden cup on it. And so this room was the actual counting room. And so they would collect the money there, and they would put it in that cup, and they pulled a string, and it shot the cup into the money counting room.
Oh, wow.
And then they would make the change in the money counting. It was the only place in the building where the cash register was. One of the big, giant, old cash registers. And then they'd pop the wooden thing back over, and that's how they made the change. So anyway, so we had no use for any of that stuff, and they wanted to, get more room in the place, and they got an auctioneer to come in, and the auctioneer basically people came in from New York, and they bought they dismantled that room and took it on the backs of trucks. They took the cup, the old cash register, that
The mirror
room, everything. They took it all, and they got money for the thing. But one of the things that they wanted was they made us an offer. I'm not going to tell you the number, but it was ridiculous. And this is like 1986, 87, 85 maybe. They wanted to buy all the pressed tin. Now this building has 2 other rooms, a second
Above it,
floor,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
and they're pressed tin as well. So they wanted all the pressed tin. That pressed tin is in sheets. Now, if you go and buy it right now, the pressed tin, I think it's like $8 a square. Don't quote me on that for this pattern. And it's basically only the blocks. But if you look, those are sheets, and they're welded together. So they roll the sheets all up, and they wanted to buy all of it. And thank God my grandmother said, nah, it's a lot of money, but we don't want to ruin the integrity of the building.
Yeah. And then it has its little own charm then too with it.
And then
So-
when you come in and sit down, there's some local church pews from old church in the area.
We bought the contents of the Freeland Church, and we bought the contents of the church in Girardville. So if you look around, our bar is made out of church pews. The actual liquor cabinet is a 2-door Catholic vestment cabinet.
Yep, it's a
wow.
confessional. Yeah.
There's the kneelers around the door, the bathroom door. Those are kneeler pads.
Yeah.
It's neat. Yeah, so we incorporated. You're right. We
Yeah, the
incorporated
Irish Catholic. Yeah.
Irish Catholic Church. We were going to sell that vestment cabinet, right? But apparently you're not allowed now because it's been marred. It's been used for a purpose other than putting robes in.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, we had it on the market for a very short period of time. We got like all angry emails saying, because it was a picture of it with liquor. Oh, you can't sell that because you repurposed it. So, so I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of cool stories and stuff with the bar. Like we're 100% ADA compliant. We're probably, I don't know if we are, but I know we are one of few of the only 100% ADA compliant buildings in Monterey City. So, we had to redo a lot of stuff to be able to be ADA compliant. It's for Americans with Disability Acts, people who are handicapped or have wheelchairs. We have all the wheelchair access to come in. So that's something cool.
It's nice too. You could sit at the bar, you can sit at a table, you can sit at a pew, you can sit in the back at the high tables, or you can sit outside.
There's outside seating.
Yep, there's outside
That's
seating.
part of our liquor license outside. One thing that's pretty cool is the paint that this is painted with. This was a dull, what was it? Like seagull gray. The top of a seagull.
Yeah.
That was the color that this was, and that's what basically started. Trish deciding we were going to do something here was she got a deal on this paint. It's automotive paint with real copper in it.
Yeah.
And she bought 8 gallons of paint to start, and it's like $100 a gallon. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening is 8 gallons. If you look all the way down there to the second fan, that's where 8 gallons made it to. It took like 40-something gallons to paint this entire place.
That's crazy.
That's high too. That's really high.
But we had a childhood friend of mine, come in and paint it, and he did a beautiful job.
What do you use the second floor for?
It's just it's not no use.
Okay.
No use. It's not. We're not allowed to use it for anything as part of our agreement to be able to when you have a liquor license, you have to establish space.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
what space is available. So we have an agreement that it's no use.
Okay.
We can't use it. For
That'd be cool for
anything.
like a pool hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to expand it, but then again, it's not like it was 30 years ago. There's steps, and you have to make it. You
Yeah,
have to put
100%.
an elevator in or something to be able to continue the ADA compliant thing.
Yep.
Gotcha,
I mean, once we got to that point where we opened up and we agreed that we were going to just have it as no use, we kind of looked into it a little bit, but there's a lot of. I didn't do enough research to figure out what the ramifications would be.
Yeah.
Having it, be non-ADA compliant as well. So it's just no use. There's nothing up there. Just shut the door and
Call it a day.
call it a day. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us and telling us a little about the building, and thank you for having us. 100%. Man.
Yeah.
This is
great.
I hope you enjoyed a beer.
Yeah.
Get drinking faster, man. The podcast gets funner the drunker you guys get.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is actually a light episode that we normally do. Yeah,
I know. I've seen them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The more you drink, the funner it gets. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for the
All right,
support
man.
and having us, man.
Totally,
It's
that's
great.
Take it easy. All right.
Thank you.
Take it easy as well.
There you go. You've been around a microphone before. All right, we'll quick wrap there and see if anybody else wants to join us, and we'll finish this beer again, and then
Sure
we'll
thing.
be back. All right.
All right.
You want to cut that? Hey, we're gonna close here. I'm not sure exactly timestamp, but I just want to say one more time, thank you so much to Trish at McNiff's and Journey and Norm and stuff for having us. It's really our first crack with the new microphones in a loud environment with the stuff. So it not only helped us, get some practice when it comes to other stuff, but you guys have always been warm, welcoming to not just me, not just my brother, my father, my uncle, and just the family in general. And if there's a lot of great things that are happening in School County, and trust me, McNiff's is one of them. So if you're looking for a place to take the family, have a nice meal, get some good beers, enjoy some music, and watch a game or two, definitely McNiff's is right up your block. And there's a lot of cool stuff too in Monte City. It's not just the only amazing bar, but I just want to personally thank McNiff's for letting us do this and having us here. And I hope there's more to come. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like what you heard today, we do have a PayPal that helps us donate some money to help us grow as well, and we also have a merch store, so you can buy some Bangin Beers podcast and all our other shows on the network. But thank you guys so much. Follow us on all social media, between interviews with everyday people and the 4 channels we have, as well as Bangin Beers. Thank you guys so much. That's going to wrap it up for Bangin Beers podcast. We'll see you next time.